Happy New Year and welcome to 2023 on The Brit Kids Show. It's the New Year special episode 70 of The Brit Kids Show with me, Ethan. Coming up on today's show, we look back at 2022 on The Brit Kids Show, the big end of the year quiz to test your knowledge over the past year, and I announce some plans for 2023 on the show. I hope you had a great night on New Year's and a relaxing day recovering, reflecting and planning yesterday. So yes, it's 2023 now, which is so weird to see on like a calendar and to think about like, what? It's 2023 already. It felt like it was the start of COVID and 2020 just yesterday. But I'm very excited to bring on 2023. This video was supposed to be out yesterday, but I was busy on New Year's Eve with family. But now, after this episode, I'm going to try and get every single episode out on time, every 2 weeks, on Sunday at 1 o'clock throughout all of 2023. I'm putting that down now, so if I don't do that, shout me out about it. But yeah, every 2 weeks I'm going to be releasing an episode on time, on Sunday. It's going to be good because that is one of my goals this year, to be more consistent with this podcast, because I have let it slip over the past year. I could have had so many more episodes out in 2022, but either the episodes were late, or either I didn't have a guest, or I didn't organise a guest in time, so I just cancelled the whole show, which I'm not going to do this year because we're going to have lots of guests organised. So that is one of the goals this year, and I'm going to stick to it. But even though I might have been late on a few of the episodes, 2022 at the Brit Kids Show started off with a New Year's special, just like this one, which included the first edition of the big end of the year quiz and a roundup of 2021. Then the second episode of the year, we celebrated the 50th episode of the show and interviewed the first guest of many in 2020, was TikToker Nikki Saurus. That was followed by lots of interviews with a variety of different interesting people, from a family who travelled around the US in a van, to voice of the London's Elizabeth line and their buses, to Conservative MP Dehenna Davison, to incredible poet Tom Foolery. And then there was a break from the interviews for an episode, as it was time to celebrate the 2-year anniversary of the show, where we went live for the second time, where we tested your Brit Kids Show knowledge and looked back over the show so far. Now it was time to get back to the interviews. Next up on my interview list was CBBC Newsround presenter Hayley Hassel. Then, keeping on the CBBC theme, and this one was one of my favourites of the past year, because somehow I managed to get the chance to interview star of my childhood, CBBC legend Hackety Dog, aka Phil Fletcher. Then I interviewed Ali Abdaal's cameraman Gordon Greenhouse, and also the person who manages Ali Abdaal's business, Angus Parker. Yes, at this point I had nearly interviewed all of the YouTubers Ali Abdaal employees. In between Gordon and Angus, I interviewed the amazing Cam Whitnell, who owns his own zoo. Yes, you heard me right. His family owns a zoo. How incredible is that? And then the last few episodes of the year, the spooky Halloween special, my interview with the illustrator of the Great British Bake Off, and finally, to end off the year in a great way, 3 Christmas specials. What a year of incredible interviews and enjoyable specials. That was 2022 on the Brit Kids. I do want to say a massive, massive thank you to you in the camera right there, down the lens, for watching and making a year of this show where I got to share with you so many totally different, unique and interesting people. This year I got to interview 11 amazing people, released 21 episodes, and we went from 133 subscribers at the start of 2022 to 182 subscribers at the end of 2022. Yes, we've gained an amazing 49 subscribers this year, which is incredible, and I thank you for that. And if you're not subscribed already, I am trying to get to 200 subscribers, so subscribe, why not? I also wanted to say a thank you to all of the people who I have interviewed this year for saying yes to, and I am so thankful to them, because you really don't know how many people say no to an interview or just don't reply to my message. So I really do appreciate the people who do say yes so much. I also want to say a huge thank you to all my friends who have participated in the quizzes and other features this past year on the show, and to my family for always supporting me throughout this year and throughout all of this journey with the Brit Kids show. I am so grateful to be able to interview all of these people in 2022, and I'm hoping it's going to be even more incredible in 2023, with even bigger interviews and even better shows this year. Again, thank you for an amazing year of the show, and bring on 2023. Now it is time for the big end of the year quiz. Welcome to the big end of the year quiz. Let's welcome our contestants Edie and Kitty. So let's go on to the first question. When did Russia invade the Ukraine? Was it A, the 16th of August, B, the 24th of February, or C, the 4th of March? Okay, so Kitty, what is your answer?
C.
And Edie, what is your answer?
B.
Okay, let's see who's right. It was Edie with B. Okay, what was the most streamed show in the UK in 2022? Was it A, Harry and Meghan, B, Stranger Things, or C, Obi-Wan Kenobi? Okay, so Edie, what is your answer?
B.
And Kitty, what is your answer?
B.
Okay, let's see if you're both correct. Well, you were both incorrect. It was actually A, Harry and Meghan, which literally just come out like last week. Yeah. I don't know how. But anyway, let's move on to the third question. In the Women's Euro 2022, England won, but with how many goals? Was it A, 3 goals, was it B, 2 goals, or was it C, 6 goals?
I wouldn't expect much from now. I'm terrible at football. I don't watch this. You and me both.
Not even the final of the Women's Euros.
Yeah, I didn't even know it happened in 2022. I thought it was 2021.
Hey, Kitty, what was your answer?
I think it was A.
Okay, and Edie, what was your answer?
A as well.
Okay, let's see if you're both right. Well, you were both wrong. It was actually B, 2. Okay, let's move on to question 4. How many Chancellors of the Executive was there this year? Was it A, 1, was it B, 2, or was it C, 4?
Yeah.
Okay, Edie, what was your answer?
C.
And Kitty, what's your answer?
A.
Okay, let's see who's right. It was Edie with 4 Chancellors, along with the 3 Prime Ministers we've had this year. Okay, so that means Edie's in the lead with 2 points, and now we are on the halfway through. It is now the 5th question. On the 8th of September, why did BBC TV and radio channels stop regular programming? Was it A, Queen Elizabeth II's death, B, a breaking news announcement, or C, a terrorist attack? Okay, so Kizzy, what is your answer?
A.
And Edie, what is your answer?
A.
Okay, let's see who's right. It was A, Queen Elizabeth's the second death. So that means Edie is now on 3 points and Kitty is catching up on 1 point. Let's move on to question 6. What was the most Googled term in 2022? Was it A, the World Cup, B, Wordle, or C, India versus England? Okay, Edie, what is your answer?
A.
And Kissy, what's your answer?
A.
Okay, well, you are both Incorrect. It was actually B, Wordle.
Yeah, Wordle is pretty popular.
Yep, well, it was very, very popular. So let's move on to the next question. In October, Elon Musk became the owner of Twitter, but how much did he buy it for? Was it A, $5 billion, B, $430 million, or C, $44 billion? Okay, Kitty, what's your answer?
A.
And Edie, what's your answer?
C.
Okay, well, Edie is correct. It was actually C for $44 billion. That means Edie now has 4 points and Kitty is behind with 1. Okay, let's move on to the next question. What is the top grossing film of 2022? Is it A, Top Gun Maverick, B, Avatar The Way of Water, or C, Jurassic World Dominion? Edie, what's your answer?
Oh, sorry. Is it A?
Okay, and Kitty, what's your answer?
I think it's Top Gun.
Okay, A. Okay, well, you are both correct. It is A, Top Gun Maverick. So that means Edie is now on 5 and Kitty is now on 2 points. Okay, let's move on to the second last question. Just stop oil activists through soup at which famous piece of artwork? Was it A, Van Gogh's Sunflowers, B, Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa, or C, Michelangelo's The Creation of Adam? Kitty, what's your answer?
I think it's the Mona Lisa.
Okay, and Edie, what was your answer?
C.
Okay, well, you're both wrong. It was actually A, Van Gogh's Sunflowers. Okay, so this is the last question. Where did the UK place in the Eurovision Song Contest 2022? Was it A, 11th, was it B, 5th, or was it C, 2nd?
This is the only one I'm actually sure of.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Okay, Edie, what's your answer?
C.
And Kitty, what's your answer?
2nd.
Okay, that is C. Okay, you're both correct. So that means Edie has 6 points, Kitty has 3 points, and that means the winner of the Brit Kids Show's big end of the year quiz 2022 is Edie. How do you feel?
Quite pleased because I didn't think I was going to get that very far.
Okay, and Kitty, who came in 2nd place, but also last place, with 3 points. How do you feel?
The same.
Okay, so thank you for coming on today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
So well done to Edie for winning the big end of the year quiz 2022. How did you do? Well, let me know in the comments down below. And if you want to be a part of the Brit Kids show this year, maybe competing in one of these quizzes, you can email me at thebritkidshow@gmail.com. So yes, and now we've reflected on 2022, test your knowledge of the past year. It's now time to announce a few plans for 2023. My first one I've touched on already. This year I'm going to be a lot more consistent on not only the podcast but also my other podcast socials like Instagram and TikTok, but also my personal socials and my personal YouTube channel as well. So that means that there'll be an episode out every 2 weeks on Sunday at 1 o'clock. I can promise you that. I'll also be posting more behind the scenes content on my podcast socials, so follow them. Links are in the description down below. Number 3 is the jingle / outro song that you hear at the end of every episode actually will be replaced with a new and updated one in the next few months, because it currently says every week on a Saturday. holiday, which was my schedule for about the first 6 months of the show in way back in 2020. And that was actually my voice. That's actually me singing it. And my voice has changed a lot since then. So I think it does need to be updated. Number 4, there will be even bigger guests this year. There's already quite a few in the pipeline, which I'm very excited about. But I can now officially announce that the first guest of 2023 on the Brit Kids show will be world champion and silver medalist middle distance runner and BBC Sport commentator for athletics, Steve Cram. His interview will be out on the next episode on the 15th of January at 1 o'clock. So lots of very exciting plans for the Brit Kids show in 2023. I'm very excited for the year to come and the plans I've got for the show. I hope you're excited for the next year with the Brit Kids show as well. So let's get this year on the Brit Kids show started. But yeah, that's it for the New Year's special this year. We will be back on the 15th of January at 1 o'clock with my interview with the incredible Steve Cram. Please share this video with your friends and family, like, comment, listen to last week's episode if you haven't already, listen to this show until the end, email me, follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe because we are trying to get to 200 subscribers. In the meantime, if you have any suggestions to make the show better, or if you want the chance to come on the show, comment below, message me on Facebook, Twitter or Instagram, or email me at thebritkidshow@gmail.com. So that is all we have time for this week. We will be back on the 15th of January at the same time. But for the first time this year, goodbye and Happy New Year!
Bringing you a kid-friendly radio show. Every Saturday afternoon on YouTube. Broadcasting live at 1 o'clock. Broadcasting live.